Hey Future Pros! Sometimes in CS you just want to get aggressive and take the fight straight to the enemy. I'll use this mid push from Astralis to demonstrate a reasonably good approach to get up in the faces of your foes on Inferno. It really helps if you're keeping track of the T's economy, as doing this against a fully bought T side will have varying results. This strategy requires 3 Future Pros, 2 HEs and an AWP. Future Pro number 1. You'll be the player who pushes deep into mid. As you make your way to mid, get your HE out and lob it down mid. This makes sure that if anyone does face you, then they will already have taken some damage. Make sure to push along the right side of the wall so you don't get killed by a T holding steps. Tuck yourself into this corner and listen for any noise or calls from your teammates. When Future Pro 3 has made some kind of contact towards T steps, this is your cue to peek out and hopefully get a free kill. After this contact, keep your head on a swivel, as multiple Ts could be about to flood out ult mid or T steps. Future Pro number 2. You will mostly be holding ult mid, but first throw this HE just as Future Pro 1 does. Once you have thrown your HE, it is possible for Ts to be close to you already from ult mid, so be ready for a fight. You can cycle between holding mid and ult mid depending on how the Ts are pushing. Be confident in your aim and quickly process any information you receive. Future Pro number 3, you'll be holding T steps from the top of mid with an AWP. Your role is to relay information to your team and act as support so your fellow Future Pros can't be singled out. And that's it. Going aggressive as a CT is always a risk, but if you and your lads are feeling dominant, this can be a great way to control the flow of a match. It could completely fail as well, and if it does, I don't want to hear anything in the comments. Get some DM in instead and keep improving.
Name 3 CS coaches.
Amran, Remy, and Amy.
Who?
Amy.
Who's Emi?
Amy guy. Serban.
He was a player.
Really?
He was a player in FPX.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a coach, huh?
At some point, yeah, but the last role he had was a player. It's okay. But there were so many coaches you could have said. What was the first one?
Amran. The coach passed in junior.
Okay.
Amy, bro.
It's okay.
Name 3 things you throw on CS. Go.
Grenades, rounds, maps.
That was good.
Name 3 people that you are smarter than.
Alex, Crims, and Keita.
I could see that one coming.
Name 3 players who've transferred teams in the last year.
Transferred. Dupree, Magisk, and Monacy.
Name 3 terrible video games.
Valorant,
Elden Ring,
Fortnite.
and Fortnite. Elden Ring, I said. What is Elden Ring?
New game, bro. Everyone loves it.
It's okay.
Name 3 things people shout on TeamSpeak.
Can't say that.
I've got nothing. Not safe for work. I don't know.
Offline and online. G2, Gambit, Navi. They were all wrong.
Name 3 teams who are better online than offline.
Gambit, Heroic, LFO.
Nice. Very nice.
Alex, name 3 websites you visit often.
HLTV, Twitter, Facebook. There are other social media platforms that are available.
Name 3 items of utility.
Smoke, flash, HE.
3 things Hunter hates. Cube, the... I got lost. How do you say opposite of cucumber, the other thing? Pickles. Like pickles, mushrooms. Losing in finals.
Hey Future Pros, welcome back to Overpass. Today we have a quick little pop flash for you to learn. It is a CT flash for inside connector. To do the flash, drop into this corner. Aim at the intersection of these lines. Then underhand throw the flash. This should give you an easy kill to anyone creeping up connector.
Hey guys, NIP here. We're gonna have to play a fun game where we have to guess whether or not the name that we say is a band or a CSGO team.
Yeah.
It's gonna be exciting.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna start with this one here.
Yeah.
These nuts.
These nuts.
Is that a band or a CSGO team?
This is a really tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with a CSGO team.
That's completely wrong.
Really?
That's a band.
That's a band.
Yep.
These nuts.
Yeah.
They're for sure gamers though. That's for sure. Oh, that's tricky.
Fox Academy.
Fox Academy. I mean, that gotta be a CSGO team, no?
Is it your final answer?
I don't know any other brand that's called Academy, so yeah, I'm gonna go with CSGO.
Well, that was a band.
Really?
I straight throw you a shitty one.
Nothing but thieves.
This is what you...
100 thieves.
No, nothing but thieves.
This is band.
Really?
Nothing, yeah.
You know this one?
No, of course. Nothing but thieves.
No, bro.
No, bro.
Yeah.
No, bro.
No, bro.
No, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know about that, bro. A band called No, bro.
No, bro.
Why would you choose that? That's more like a joke name for an open qualifier.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say CSGO.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have said the same, but it's actually a
Oh
band.
my god, dude. Why, dude? Oh, I'm gonna start this amazing band. Let's think about a name.
No, bro.
No, bro. Let's take that, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, double pony.
Really?
Yes.
It's a good team. It's a good team.
Yeah. It's the famous one we played against.
Dark Tigers.
Dark Tigers, that's a Czech team.
Oh yeah. Well yeah, so that is true. I knew that's the only team that I knew actually as well.
Yeah, that's a-
But yeah,
It's a
it
Czech
is.
CSGO team.
Okay, it is. That was the easy one. I wanted to give you some confidence again.
Linked Vikings.
Really? For reals?
Yeah.
You guys gonna have to do better.
Yeah, we
than
have
that.
practiced against them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna say bad. I'm just kidding. CSGO
Let me do
team.
another one.
CSGO team.
Lemon Dogs.
Really? Is there not? Is that one there? Oh, okay. CSGO team.
Yep.
X twice.
Okay, guys, so we just finished this game. It was pretty enjoyable, I would say. I have no idea like where these names came from, but it has been very fun.
Hello and welcome back, and I'm going to go over the key tendencies and strategies that can be found when preparing against FaZe's Overpass. Starting off on the T side, we first want to look at the key positions and who plays them. We should be looking out for Ross to be the outside B player, Rain to be holding inside a connector, and Twist as the A playground player. Now the first thing to watch out for is Brokey's Molotov or smoke inside a connector, and that's because it signals a B-sided default. Rain never throws a Molotov or smoke in this way when he's defaulting connector, so just this detail alone will let the CTs know if FaZe are focused more on B. The second thing to watch out for also in the connector is whenever this flash is thrown. Now this flash signals a more A-sided default where Kerrigan is also in connector and FaZe as a whole are focused more on getting control towards the A side of the map. Now over on the CT side, we also want to know the basic positions of players on the map. We should be looking out for Rain as the A rifler, Brokey as the A opper, Kerrigan and Twist as the B players, and lastly Robs as the B rotator. The last thing to look out for is this close monster setup at B. Kerrigan and Twist like to play this setup quite often where one player is playing anti-flash and the second is taking contact. Being able to break this setup will be the key to hitting B. That's going to wrap it up. Look out for these tendencies the next time FaZe play on Overpass.
What up, future pros? I have a nifty fast A smoke I saw Apex throw to help you on your pistol A rushes. You throw this smoke from the T spawn and it will block off the left side of the A side, allowing your teammates to run up short with a bit of smoke coverage. To throw the smoke, first shoot out the glass above. Really, this is the only one you need to break, but shoot them all anyway. Then get yourself stuck into this invisible corner next to this beam. Aim between these two dots as shown and jump out the smoke. This smoke will soar through the sky and land perfectly to block off the vision of short from the bomb site nice and early. As long as your teammates take out anyone playing close, you will have a decent standing to win the round. Good luck and rush A?
I'm gonna go for the back guy. Okay. I'm on the back guy, too.
Oh, I didn't heal. I had 2 medis. There's so many little ants down there, actually.
Oh, this is gonna be hard.
Oh, go below, rush, below the water tower. I'll show it.
Yeah, good luck. Looks good. Oh my goodness.
Both.
Going.
So, getting pushed by the zone, coming, going around the back. Yeah, I caught that on can to count.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go
here at the red hut at the back. Okay. At this red hut rush. The big rock.
Going.
In the water one.
I got the water.
In between the rocks. In the smoke. A knife.
I was just waiting.
I lost 50 HP and didn't get where I needed to get. So. We'll put that one in the blooper reel, I think, right? 2 lighthouse front door. I'm just going.
Okay.
I got no idea. Oh, I'm on 1, on 2.
Coming. I'm going for the goom.
Close to me.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh lordy.
Making a pretty strong case. Yam throws it to the wind with 2, and it's going to be Sponge who puts a bow on it. 13 then.
What the hell? Follow the brown bear?
Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
Hey Future Pros! Sometimes in CS you just want to get aggressive and take the fight straight to the enemy. I'll use this mid push from Astralis to demonstrate a reasonably good approach to get up in the faces of your foes on Inferno. It really helps if you're keeping track of the T's economy, as doing this against a fully bought T side will have varying results. This strategy requires 3 Future Pros, 2 HEs and an AWP. Future Pro number 1. You'll be the player who pushes deep into mid. As you make your way to mid, get your HE out and lob it down mid. This makes sure that if anyone does face you, then they will already have taken some damage. Make sure to push along the right side of the wall so you don't get killed by a T holding steps. Tuck yourself into this corner and listen for any noise or calls from your teammates. When Future Pro 3 has made some kind of contact towards T steps, this is your cue to peek out and hopefully get a free kill. After this contact, keep your head on a swivel, as multiple Ts could be about to flood out ult mid or T steps. Future Pro number 2. You will mostly be holding ult mid, but first throw this HE just as Future Pro 1 does. Once you have thrown your HE, it is possible for Ts to be close to you already from ult mid, so be ready for a fight. You can cycle between holding mid and ult mid depending on how the Ts are pushing. Be confident in your aim and quickly process any information you receive. Future Pro number 3, you'll be holding T steps from the top of mid with an AWP. Your role is to relay information to your team and act as support so your fellow Future Pros can't be singled out. And that's it. Going aggressive as a CT is always a risk, but if you and your lads are feeling dominant, this can be a great way to control the flow of a match. It could completely fail as well, and if it does, I don't want to hear anything in the comments. get some DM in instead and keep improving.
Game long.
All right, well, I'll tell you who else has been trash talking. It's Ultimate, who is Cyclone today.
Oh, yeah, he has, obviously, right? Whoever he's playing against, they're not a massive Ultimate fan, but we are, because we like the mechanical ability of this kid on the AWP. Now, 1xbet odds, favouring Heroic, and that is a nice little tidy one from Caden as they're out mid, bursting for the B split. Shush is tested.
All alone. If he gets one, it's awkward, and it's much more than that. It's a double. It's potentially the round. A plant's great. They're gonna rotate through, and Fernand's got B stairs on lock. If he can dance and catch them off guard with them, he's got all the util though, so it really hinges on him not being cleared, and a first click's great. If he can dance with Cadian.
Cadian should bait now, allow the others to activate first. Ferland should think this is clear, and yeah, he does.
Oh, he does, and he's dead. Dead. He's dead. He's
definitely dead now.
Milky is in a 1v1. They've managed to make this round hyper competitive, and with no kit, you just have to play the time well. Play it wisely. Sori's off it. This works in his favor now. Just dancing with Cadian, playing it so well, and no more time for Cadian. A 2v4 takes shape from Milky. He gets a lot of credit for that and leaves with 4 frags. Lovely round to start us off. Ego, what a turnaround.
That's the Ego special. You know, you order one of those, you get about 2 a day, right? They're good lukewarm. You like them preferably hot, and hot out the pistol round here. The fact that they get away with that is absurd, but we should be coming to expect that. These kids, they're just able to manufacture these rounds out of nowhere. After these 2 frags, you're right, it should have just been 1 and that should have been enough. The fact he gets 2 is fantastic. This round should not be falling apart, right? The kill from Furlan onto the first player of Refresh, whatever, but the fact that the trade wasn't available on Milky on the site, great stuff from Milky. We'll just see the USPs coming out now from Heroic. Couple of flash bangs. And we'll see how this one bangs here, because yeah, they were talking about the T-side start on Nuke. Hey, well, let's see. These guys tend to have a bit of a comeback to them. Should have come back in Complexity last night as well against Na'Vi.
Oh man, it was a bit harrowing, wasn't it? I think actually there's going to be so many games for Complexity which are just huge learning experiences.
It feels like in the Na'Vi matchup they had fixed a lot of the mistakes that they had in the earlier games, right? And look, I know you never want to be coming back from massive deficits.
It was 2-12-3 halves, wasn't it? And like they came back to close affairs, like 29 rounds. It's kind of crazy. Those flashes you talked about, and we wanted to see if they bang. They still could, actually. This set up on short, they plan to flash and go.
Yeah, they're anti-flash 2 players here, right?
Yeah, so Milky should be able to mop up, but it's just a question of getting some kills. The flash, and Fiku at least responds for the first. Nice response with the short molly, and 2 frags. Refresh is even in position to try and get another with just his USP, and he does land a ding. So
damage.
Keeps him honest. Stown has walked through the smoke. They may
catch another.
Aware. And paying attention is Leeman. Posted his first frag. Ego only with 2 casualties, so not too much to be concerned about.
Well, they know the rifles are coming out now, right? So they did sustain a bit of damage there, but it won't be the end of the world. They could upgrade into a couple of juicier looking AK-47s. So their buy will be bolstered knowing they're going up against the M4s of Heroic, who the only player who can buy a kit right now is Cadian. Let's see if he even decides to invest in that. He hasn't bought a molly, he hasn't bought a flash, so he stayed light on. Now, we know he's the primary AWPer here, but there's a plan. They're going to push, I think. Alex, double mid, real fast, off the flash, control taken. Jarring play immediately here for Lehman.
Oh my god, they have a follow-up flash, but they don't clear.
Uh-oh.
Lehman, good chance. Needs to tame the spray. A whole lot of damage dealt, but Heroic's aggressions has been rewarded, but that's info. You know they've gone for a bit of an overcommitment mid. Start to drop the one way and fight into B.
Lots of pressure here. Shush isn't aware of this. He's got no idea.
No, he doesn't have a clue. And oh, Milky really does. Let that one loose. Lets it fly.
Couple of sprays there. Made a bit of a mare of 2 scenarios that, well, they took advantage of just by positioning alone.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for Lehman, when his vision's restored and this, he has no idea where they could be. They flood through. Nice little set piece out of Heroic to get Opening CT move.
Yeah, and I think, the head was spotted there. Yeah, just on the way up, alternate too many angles to clear at once. Tessus will grab that. And I think that was, as I was mentioning, reflected in Cadian's buy, right? Because if they were going to do a standard round, he would have bought a molly and a flash, most likely, or a kit and a couple of flashes. Instead, they've gone direct. And he didn't want to waste cash, because if he just runs and dies, he's going to want that extra money later in the game.
Thinking about it
2 on
wisely.
5.
Wait, this is the Ego special.
So 2 on 4. How many more?
A lot of faith on Shush. Oh, and yeah, Fiku's actually gone wide for that.
Come on, Furlan. Give us a 1 on 3, mate.
You can just perfectly one-tap that Ellie player, it gets interesting. And that's Tessus' responsibility. Shush has actually left B and pushing, so Furlan will have an opportunity here in that Tessus duel.
Time's such a problem, 10 seconds. Just damage, I suppose.
Yeah. They just want the info. They're playing it smart. And don't clear his corners down. Post it. 2 AK-47s, I think. Yep, nice work for the CTs. They'll be happy with that. But it's aggressive CT maneuver, first gun round. That is an example of how Heroic do like to lay down the law. You know, right, hey, you've got the first 2 rounds. Now we're going to show you exactly how we like to play this game. Running in your face. Milky had a bit of a whiff there.
This is the angle that Cadian's playing, right, that is susceptible to exactly that boost, right? When there's only one player alive, you don't really have to worry about that, but that position, it is in the blind spot here. They've got 2 AKs out, 3 Deagles, and we've seen how good these kids can be on the Deagles as they want to traverse up towards the A ramp. Furlan trying to take space, peppered on through, will get refresh, and that's an opener again for Ego.
That's a big one to take, and now confirmation 2A. You had someone spotted left side ramp, short as well, and Cadian goes missing.
That's just a dry swing.
Under the smoke. Tessus can save them. Lehman's good for it though, and it's a double spray from Stown. Stepping up in a big way. Wow. He actually hits.
I thought it was the third. It was Shush actually right there who then gets the TK onto him. So that was the first 2 from Stown.
I thought Stown hit a third.
Yeah, it looked like it, but that was Shush. So the S is in the feed, a little bit confusing there. But the dry swing from Cadian, extremely perplexing here. Furlan gets away with murder, doesn't he?
So look at this smoke. Cadian, I don't know if he was aware of just how exposed his toes were as he pushed through dry. And it was an easy collection. This is Shush's accidental team kill. Tries to adjust the spray. His teammate's shoulder just strafing through, and Fiku finishes the round for a third. So that's brilliant for the boys of Ego. Straight back to their winning ways.
They're out mid here fast, and this is a force buy from Heroic. So great stuff for Ego early. They're real pacey right now.
Yeah, good nade. Is just bang on the money for Lehman. 1 of the 3 rifles, or 4, excuse me, in play. Fiku puts his in the feed. Refresh for some reason is not checked, and 2 bodies drop to that 5-7. There you go. They can't slip on this. They have to slow it down, and Milky just wants to bring an end around right now. Bomb loose, 2 if you strafe. Good headshot. No, nearly brings it back. But Heroic. I mean, look how much time is left on the clock. They handle business in that chaos.
Yeah, this is our type of Counter-Strike right here. The fast stuff getting in your face. So I'm enjoying this within the first 5 rounds of play. Fiku, they're not able to close out. Could have chucked another 1vx to the tally. He has currently the most 1vx situations in the group, old Fiku. But yeah, great response time here. That was just a fast mid to B split, and it actually worked out quite nicely. That nade stalled them, and yeah, a little bit unfortunate there, but still early days. And back to the pistols they go. This time, there's no AKs, there's no Deagles in the mix, just a couple of P250s, and this is a chance for Heroic to level things up 3-3. But as Alex was mentioning, if you are watching on your Saturday, wear like your morning cartoons.
I love that.
Get a bit of hashtag ESL Pro League, tag us on through, send us a tweet, let us know. Maybe you're watching with your dog or your cat, your mum or your dad. Maybe you got an epic gamer set up with your RGB lights. Let us know. Send us a photo.
See Harry's desk?
Yeah.
He's got a nice little RGB pipe.
I'm surprised that he didn't go for the clouds in on the ceiling. Have you seen that?
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, I think it's a fire hazard. Like the tradesman in me goes, that just... Oh, this is very costly. Very costly indeed. If Tessus goes very, very costly, I'm just going to continue to add veries.
What is this game? Very funky first 6 rounds here.
This can really fall apart.
It could. I mean, Lehman can just play out a nice 1v2 here. I mean, he doesn't have the armor advantage, but he's already got himself the M4.
This is the perfect route. Shush has pushed B. Stown was just dealing with A. They have to worry about the ladder to mid play. He's actually pipped the one gap that was available here.
Shush might be back at B stairs.
This is for the ace as well. Give us the beans here, Lehman.
He's a bit slow. Shush still hasn't relocated, so he's got time to get himself into the B site.
If they get a plant here as well, what a fantastic eco this will have been.
It was just a couple of P250s. He's got no information on CT. Shush has maneuvered back to the stairs. So now, how do you plant safe from stairs? He's
That's
got
a
12
smoke.
seconds. Spots him. Oh, and that's the end for Lee, man. Valiant attempt. Well played in the end. Shush manages business, does cage that plant, but plenty of cash thanks to some of those extra kills.
I would hate that round if I was Heroic. That's so messy and so tense for almost no reason, right? Just not landing their shots, because it's not coming down to anything here other than not landing the shots.
It's actually got costly for Heroic as well. Like, they are really going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel. You're going to be having, what, 50 bucks in the back pocket, most of them? Yes, Shush and Tessers have only got pocket change.
Yeah, that's a round you meant to build the bank, right?
Yeah.
Not blow the bank.
No, just make them vulnerable and susceptible to this gunny. Let's go. It's down. Aggressive this time. Pika over the edge of the smoke. Can't manage the final bullet of the spray. Just losing those jewels by a smallest of margins. And there's more to come. Oh my God, Heroic are ready to fight this.
He's going to push. He's actually going to worm his way into this smoke.
Oh, Milky's not ready for this at all.
That's naughty,
That's
man.
really cheeky. The re-smoke and the trying it again. It's ultimate of all the candidates to deal with that.
Well, there's no going B because you know that Shush is still alive, right? This smoke is going to fade and furl and likely to be in the open here. The molly, well placed, needs to back on off. This round's not over just yet.
I still can't get over Stown's willingness to push. Double kill from Stown and 20 HP after that first engagement. Committing up ramp, and Fernand's managed to take refresh. No trade available. Summons Cadian.
It's a Mac 10 at range as well.
Yeah, it's very kooky, isn't it?
Might be a repick here from Tessers. They just want to fight. Flash go, spots not a whole lot. Shush is pushing B again, so they know it's likely A. 45 seconds on the clock.
So much time. This is a different looking Virgo. An interesting smoke, no less, as well. Ultimate going for the elevated peek through the headshot.
They're all going to swing together here. This would be nice from Ago. They just have to trade out.
Here it comes. Lee-Man swings through. Nice trade. Ultimate's there. Cadian, next challenge. Oh, they didn't really account for him. 19 seconds. He is being locked. Oh, he's being locked. Shush has got him. Dead to rights. Knife out. Ultimate dies. Loses the AWP. Didn't consider that the door would be locked behind him, and Heroic will pick themselves up for their third round. In a row, no less, Chad.
Yeah, this is one where they have to keep clean, though, right? Because you look at the last three, and it's been 1 alive, 2 alive, 2 alive, right? So if they want to start establishing that CT side bank we always talk about, just keep a couple extra players alive, right? So crazy with the re-aggression on low HP, but it pays off, and this is ultimate awareness there. Catches something through the cusp of that smoke, and now just a couple of upgraded pistols, but these have been threatening. These have been quite threatening from Ago, so let's see how far they can push the issue. They invested $2,400.
Ooh. Some damage and deep smoke, so this can only really go one way.
Oh, the other. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you one way or another.
Do you know where I learned that song from?
A movie?
The Rugrats movie.
The Rugrats movie.
Angelica sang it when she was looking for Tommy. And what was the redhead dude's name? Tommy Pickles and Chucky.
Chucky.
Tommy Pickles.
And Lily.
Oh.
And Phil.
Good cat. I can't believe you found a hidden smoke grenade there. Well played, lads. Where did that come from?
He was trying to shoot it out of that position, but you're right. I don't know how it got there. Couple of kills here would be nice for Ago. 45.
I'll take a sweepstakes, Chad. How many?
2. Each. 2 each from Cadian and Tessus.
Oh, nice, bro. Well, you smashed it.
There's always a way out. There's always a way out.
That's right. That is right. All right. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we get to see another speedy one. I mean, Ago, even though these gun rounds are not too frequent, we have seen a willingness to just straight up throw bodies at a problem. Their mid to B with guns did get dilapidated by some quick 5.57 flanks. So perhaps let's see if it just your standard default. Lehman's lining up for a quick smoke short.
That's the gap smoke that Cadian ran through before, right?
Yeah,
One
but she
way.
needs the legs.
Yeah, you just want to dissuade any early picks there. So 2-2-1 setup here. They're leaving A very light with just Tessus over there early. Jostle for some of this B control. Oh, and they like the bit for the nades here, don't they? Molly's nades, flashes, everything. They want to push them back. They want to funnel them out. The HE from Cadian will get it done.
I could have geeked it for sure.
They've definitely watched the demo from the other day because one of the things that Ago were doing was getting that B lobby control and then dropping the one-way, and then they'd scale pretty quickly behind the one-way. They have a bunch of different variations over there. So now they can regather CTs have changed up the defense now. Started quite heavy mid and B. Now it's a standard 1-1-3 with the 3 over towards A of Cadian, Refresh, and Tessus.
Cadian just got a nade kill on B, and now he's re-smoking A and swing through. Tessus gets nothing done.
Info, it almost feels like they have to go A at this point in the round. They only have smokes to try and pull off this execute, so they can do left and right of sight and go. And giving away a shot's down in the open there.
Yeah, great punish. Ultimate gets it done. They haven't got info short.
Might be a save here immediately from Heroic. What are you meant to do? Cadian just went back and picked up a flash from spawn, but now that Refresh is tucking tail as well, surely they're going to call this one off. Money not really there. They'll be able to get a couple of drops. Cadian and Shush can drop for Stown and Tessus respectively. Their loss bonus going into the next only going to be that 1400 mark. So having to play out the percentages here are Heroic. And a round that started with a nice opening kill off some orchestrated utility falls apart with just a couple of, well, aggressive maneuvers. Tessus going forward, the flash not finding the success that he was looking for, and Stown in no man's land with the ultimate peak. So good stuff. Ego keeping this one quite competitive early. First round they've been put on the boards in those 4 consecutive you were mentioning. Now later today, if you are going to be watching Counter-Strike, having you on the telly all day, we've got Complexity versus EG, and then the final matchup of the day will be that Astralis versus Na'Vi game. And I think the way that Astralis are playing, it makes that matchup seem a whole lot more exciting.
It does. It really does. And I think especially considering that it's just going to be one of those... it'll be a game and a head-to-head that would likely have weight and relevance next time they meet in a larger stage. We get to kind of compare them, measure them up against one another, and see exactly how close Astralis are to kind of catching and being competitive against Na'Vi. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes all the way.
Yeah, hopefully Boomich is back like Glaive said yesterday. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Got some more info than we do on this side of things. Flashed off, pushing down. Ace and spam.
Oh, he's so lucky to be alive. There could be a problem getting through. Nades they are so good at finding this chip damage now. Heroic really have ironed this out. It's not necessarily perfect. You can see they're still slipping up, and the previous save is an embodiment of that. What is going on? Look how stubborn they are for mid control. Sound just sticking around. 2 were there.
Yeah, if he gave that kill up, that damage onto Ultimate and Furlan, it might not matter as much. They've been able to retain a lot of this utility here. They're keeping the 3-pronged defense over towards A in quite a forward stance here, so they're ready to react off Cadian's shot. Careful now, Cadian. You're walking the tightrope.
Tessus, perfect timing. Will slap down Furlan, finish what Refresh had started earlier, and re-smoking as well. 48 and counting.
Oh, that's a nice find.
Iku, actually, yeah, he posted onto Cadian, makes the steps, and they are returning to middle. And it's very susceptible to the boosts. Down goes down. It does work for them. And I mean, with 2 CTs left, they just have to make sure they can get the bomb down. You know Shush is holding your B rotate, and Tessus is Ellie.
Has to be A.
Solve this puzzle together.
It has to be A right now. They need to help out Ultimate. 20 seconds left, boys. You need to get a bit of a move on right now. Indecision at this moment. Not going to go well. Flash will be heard. Tessus, high alert. Needs this kill. Needs it now.
Ultimate, not ready. He's got the bomb, and they've got the round. 2v3, and all you had to do was just throw 2 Molotovs on the bomb. Heartbreak for Ago after really clawing their way back into that one, but took them too long. Tessus with some style points to finish, and even an AWP for good measure.
Yeah, they had a double AWP set up that round for Stown and Cadian, but didn't find too much success through the AWP. So fortunate that the kills came in that fashion are Heroic to walk away with this one. And it's very awkward if you're Ultimate here, because just prior to your teammates making that success in middle, just after your teammates making that success in middle, Shush gets the kill after pushing B. So you know you can't go back, you can only go forward, and your help is too far away, and you're low. So it was a really rough position for the AWP player from Ago to find himself in. They tried to make the best out of a bad situation. A timeout will be called. This is Mini Rock's opportunity from Ago to get on the mic and have a bit of a chit-chat. The AKs can come back out. No dramas in that buy department. But what do they feel is going to work for them here? I did like the pace earlier because it was creating a bit more chaos, and sure, it becomes like a 50-50 when you get down to those 2v2s, but they were definitely keeping Heroic on their toes. And because of the gambly nature of Heroic, we were discussing this yesterday with Glaive, that if they gamble correctly, or you gamble correctly, right, into your call, you're going to catch them out of position. You're just going to catch them well and truly off guard here. But this is very default spready. Maybe they've isolated the fact that Shush is getting away with a lot of B push. They're getting away with a lot of re-aggressors. And there's a find. Milky onto Katie and aggressing mid. So if the call was let's just default, it's worked wonders immediately.
You can see the counter to the Nafany smoke is up as well. So, Tessus reloads on shore. And it's going to have to be tucked in.
Oh, look at this. They are just completely gambling the A site, and they have so much utility here.
Oh, wait. Leeman might be able to get info and call a cancel.
They're all here.
Oh, Leeman's just joined.
Yeah, they're all here.
Middle. He's gone down the ladder. They're all running into the stack. Okay, 5v4, but everyone from Heroic's here. The telegraphed nature of Ago's crawl. They're ready to fight now. They want to take some space back. Furlan, surely dead man. Pre-fire's there. Tessa's low. And Stown does go down, but they're just going to keep fighting. They keep bringing you the fight one way over the sandbags and a double from Refresh. Leeman's just not aware. Oh dear, Ago, this is not how you wanted this to go down.
And look how concerned Fiku is with the Shush flank, because Shush hasn't shown himself over towards A yet. It was Tessus, it was Refresh, it wasn't Shush, so he's still worried about the flank. That nade's good. Winnable round now. Needs to...
Oh, he's stressed.
Get that bomb back, though. Picked it up. Smoke in hand. 14 seconds.
Yeah, they're playing this one well. He's got the smoke. The nade won't kill him. Doesn't smoke it. Fakes it. What are you hoping for? He'd have to just spray the wall and oh my god, imagine. One just taps straight through the boards and Refresh is dead, but not to be.
Another costly one though for Heroic, isn't it? And this was the thing. Once Cadian went down in middle, they know that the AWPer was removed from the board, so maybe just wanting to walk back towards A, not expecting such a jarring presence. When this second wave of CT utility came through, they stuck to the A play, right? Maybe there wasn't enough to be telling that there's all 4 players from Heroic bearing down on the site, but that was a gamble. After losing the opening player, they gambled, and look, this was an educated gamble, right? Because they know that they've been pushing B a lot, forcing their hand in that direction, and it works on out. But here's Down again, just in a different place every round, this guy. Aggressive B stairs, we've seen this work a few times before. Gets a kill, gets away, and look, he's found one, Lehman back with another, so there's exchanges across the map here.
Shush is responsible for Ram side, and with Milky's scout already known, low and potentially tapped. Damn, this one's done. Nicely handled. Shush and Refresh responsible for ramp and doing great as they win out the defensive half. 8 in the bank. Shush even treating himself to a Zeus. That's a bit out of character.
Oh, he's dropped it.
Oh.
I don't want anything to do with
I thought so.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do. He doesn't do that. Tristan,
it's not a Shush kind of thing.
Business. No. It's interesting to learn from Glaive yesterday. He's not the type of guy to knife. Not the type of guy to pull out a knife. Keeps it safe, keeps it sound. Now, we've got a bit of like esports mecca going on, I think, in the next couple of months, right? I was thinking about it. We've had 24 teams, we have had 24 teams come here to Dusseldorf to be part of ESL Pro League. And then I saw today, like the Renegades boys just landed back in Poland for a boot camp before the RMR. We're going to have 16 teams from the Americas region over in Europe as well for the RMR. And then there's just going to be so many squads for the European side.
You know the scrims are going to be hot.
It's going to be wild. I don't know how everybody's going to find space to get the different prac facilities, because I know we've had a lot open up over the last couple of years, but there's not going to be enough for everybody, right? So some teams also not with the support.
Some dude's just going to deck out a church hall and invite his favorite team.
So rolling back the years to the BYOC land.
Yeah, exactly. On the village green, playing some CS, and Tessus is down. Nice. Fiku, again, is stubborn on this T side. He's just been putting his name in the feed pretty consistently. Leeman mid. They've been trying to work their magic, and it hasn't worked as well as it did before. Heroic have managed to kind of cage these two. Milky and Leeman have previously, though, been threatening when we watch their vertigo here. They've got a nice little procedural mid-take.
I like the fact, though, that after they realized that it's 3 players aggressive, they put so much pressure on mid, because this has drawn Refresh back now as well. It's just Cadian overseeing business from Headshot. They've just double netted towards Sandbag. We saw what that did to Complexity just the other day. And now, I was going to say they can execute A, but they only have a Molotov to do so. This will have to be contact heavy here. And And a gamble again from Heroic.
I think it's also the confidence in their own teammate in Stown, just knowing he'll probably take 2 before they need to move on down. Cadian's got lots of lineups from that box, and here comes the contact. Could be a flash if there was from the CTs. There's a single flash on Stown, so actually it is going to be pure bullets and a one-way drop by Cadian.
Well timed here. If he drops this now, yeah, 40-second mark, perfect. They have to go.
Oh, it could not have been better timed. Refresh obscured by the smoke does go down. Ultimate's keeping it interesting, and it's Cadian's AWP that puts Lehman out of the round, and Cadian's not going to let those kind of frags slip away. Oh, nearly the beautiful 3K. Ultimate lives on from the first shot. 20 seconds for him to try and pull this off.
Just going to save her, I think. Can't get into the site. The utility too good there from Heroic to deny that plant. Down even want to have a bit of a chase or grab himself an AK. He's hot on the trail of Ultimate, who's dipped all the way back on towards that ladder room. Will retain the big green and carry it forward. 2 rounds left here for this T-Hall of Ago. How many more can they add to the board? Maybe another timeout necessary because the money is a bit scrambled, and the fact that it's the AWP save, you can see the play here. So Nafany smoke because he knows he's going to be safe there. And then he looks into the wall because the CTs, a lot of the time now when you have a player swing out top of scaffolding, they're always throwing that double flash. So just by looking into the wall, waiting for the flashes to pop, and then looking back, you can see he has the toes spotted of that gap push every day of the week. But they've actually gone all in. So not just a half buy, they're fully bought around Ultimate saved AWP.
Guess they agree. 6 sounds a whole lot more competitive than 5. Man, dead to right. How did they flash him from there? And Ultimate, he's getting run on. Does cancel the Stown presence in mid. Keeps us interested with a nice 4-on-4, but the util actually easy one.
I like it. He knows he needs something back here. I like the risk.
Maintaining mid. Caden's completely abandoned mid.
It's going to be difficult, though, to try and swing on this knowing there's an AWP on the other side. So as an AWP player... Yeah, unless you knew exactly where he was and you could swing out immediately to take that fight, there's too many possible angles available. And again, setting themselves up to defend A with 3.
Paladin and Tessus have been having somewhat of a standoff here. And Tessus usually good for it. 12 frags to his name at this point, 100 ADR. And again, Tessus knocks his head off Furlan. Unable to contribute. Ultimate's still up there in mid, and it does just feel like they're kind of a little... what's the word?
Stumped?
Stumped.
This shush push on B again has been such an issue, right? He's been down here the entire time. So much information, and now as they run in, they're worried about a player on the site. Cadian over towards spawn. The AWP's good for 1, make it 2, and the 3rd on the plate as well. Cadian unable to finish. Will go down, but refreshes there for the trade, and we'll call that 10. It's very problematic. If you don't feel like you can go back to B
at all.
Yeah.
Like, dude, when we watched their Virgo, we were so excited to see so many variations of B takes and B fakes and B presence, never mind just being on that side of the map. And I do think that Stown's cheeky push combined with Shush and his containment and a couple of running into him has led them to completely avoid that side of the map.
Yeah, containment's a very good way to put it. Well, they're coming in fast. I think they're going to try and mix things up with a B rush. And stalled out already.
And then they feel the wrath of the nades. Look at them. Look, they're just going to keep barraging them. Heroic responsive. Shush is there. Stown has already repelled the invaders. And there's more to come. More to come. Nice from Ultimate, needed that. And if there's one more overextension from Shush, they could be back into this round, or he could end it. Look at that. 2 headshots, 2 different angles, and poor old Ago staring into the pits of 11 rounds for their opponent. Heroic only need 5 into the second half. We swap sides. Attack for the Danes to try and pick up Ago's map pick. It could be quick. Stay tuned and you'll find out.
brown bear. Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9. Of Vertigo. 11 already in Heroic's back pocket. It's good vibes over there. And the tribe of Ago, it was hit and miss, felt like a couple of near misses, but also just feeling a little too intimidated by some of the heroic maneuvers early. Did cage the beast that we know Ago can be. They're over to the defense though. It's more reactionary than it is over on that first half. Oh, look at Refresh. He's got 2 flashes as well. He's going to be supporting a full 4-man commit here. And they are just charging on up. 1xbet odds favor Heroic. Who'd have thunk it? Bait and switch, though. I like this from Lehman and Milky.
They're going B. They've completely faked this out. The B-bomb site is open for business. And actually, she's just going to kill everybody on the side. Don't worry about where the bomb is, boys. Everybody's dead. That is the perfect fake. If your individuals who are rushing the other bomb site and drawing the distraction can kill everybody, guys, if you can call that strat as an in-game leader, you're a genius. You're an absolute genius.
Chad, I have a question for you. Has anyone really been far even as decided to use even go want to do more like?
It's a great question.
You know, I don't know either.
I've been pondering this one for many years.
Let us know in the chat. Has anyone really been far even as decided to even use go want to do more like?
Yeah, well, it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I got a couple people chipping in, Alex.
I saw the
force by hold up. Next round will be an eco. So if Heroic win this, next round will be an eco, and then we can get away with this safely.
As they a very aggressive top of the beast smoke. And already that force buy has been a little gimped.
Yeah, Fiku down, and they're making it past this line of sight. Lehman spots something.
Yeah, but he has got... Oh, no!
Hi, boys!
The whole boost has fallen apart, and Ago pants Lehman 1. As you were saying?
Where was I? Chip's, he's tweeted in. Chip said, I got nothing better to do at 6 a.m. on a Saturday. Where were you at, Chip, for it to be 6 a.m.? Are you in the Americas? You could be in the Americas, Chip. But you're watching on a laptop. He's always watching on it. It's like a MacBook, I think, here, with a keyboard plugged in.
I reckon he's a bit of
a cactus on your desk there, Chip?
Chip.
Anyway, that's what Chip's up to. Who else is getting involved in the Twitter sphere today? Sven says, studying for uni, doing some... I'm not even going to bother, mate. I think you're doing mathematics. watching his second favorite team, Heroic. Does that mean his favorite team is Astralis? He could be if he's... I don't know, I'm assuming he's Danish. So I'm sorry about the assumption there. But there's a calculator.
Ooh.
It's an actual calculator.
Like, that usually means you're doing something that you need all the fancy, like Sin, Cos, Tan, Bam.
Yes, exactly. I could even see he's showing his workings.
Is he?
That's very important, I remember, back in school, is to show your workings. And he has an eraser.
I haven't had one of those since I had a pencil case, and that was, you know...
It looks like he has one of those pencils that you click the end to keep it going.
A mechanical pencil?
Those are pretty cool.
Those are cool.
I also need a sharpener for those.
I always feel like if you've got a couple of mechanical pencils, add a calculator, you're an engineer or an architect.
Yeah, what are you trying to become, Sven?
Calculating.
Good stuff.
Those are the questions, and thank you for sending it in. We get...
It's like a mailbox, but instantaneous.
It's fun. It is fun.
We really do, one season, need to have an actual post box, though, so people can send us.
Oh, like a PO box?
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Because we've spoken about it before.
Imagine.
We haven't put it off.
It would be like Chad's box, but it would be from everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The box would be vetted. You can't just send us anything.
No, we'd have like someone in a biohazard suit open them all first.
Precisely.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's not gone swimmingly.
So, because this is an e-car, I'm gonna let people know about something funny that you can do to your friends or your family or maybe your enemy. You can send them glitter in an envelope. Right, so you
Chad.
So you Google it, guys. Get on the interwebs. You can find this. So if maybe you're not a fan of someone, right? And they take the letters, they put the letters inside, and they're in their house, and they're at their coffee table. Maybe they're sitting down, about to have a nice little croissant and a coffee, and then they open the letter, and glitter is everywhere.
Have you seen He's really talented. I think Mark is his name, Mark Robia or something. He's a YouTuber, but he's also like a NASA engineer.
Oh yeah.
And in his free time, he's made a glitter bomb for porch pirates.
Port pirates?
Porch. You know, like, so in America, there's a lot of people that go around stealing people's packages.
I see.
Yeah, Mark Rober.
So it's like ink sacks for banknotes.
Yeah, exactly. But it's so sick. He's got like, version 4.0 now, where essentially it opens, it records it from 360 degrees, so you see the person opening it. It catapults and spins glitter around their entire room, sprays fart spray.
Wow. So it's like a skunk as well.
Yeah, and it sends the GPS coordinates to the police.
That is awesome.
It's nuts. It's really cool.
Okay.
That was a spoiler though, so you don't have to watch it. I've just given you.
You don't need to watch his content, but like and subscribe.
Yeah, and bell and all that.
Well, this is a gunny. So, I like that little totem stack in middle right there, using the boards to boost on up. And there's a 1-2-2 setup here with Lehman and Milky trying to lock down A. Just a single AWP setup here for the CT side, and not a diffuse kit in sight. Heroic, bit of a default spread early. Refresh and Shush are working their magic over towards B. And mid being cleared on out right now. So it might be bad info here, depending on how long they want to park the bus. Fiku could stay on this right-hand side, but no, he is going to start moving on back. Won't catch any info, and they're going to think it's clear. They're going to think it's clear, aren't they? Well, it's clear for now. We have seen before, by the way, I want to highlight this if we can, Stown's Molotov. So right now, Stown will throw a molly. Isn't it Stown? Pretty sure it's Stown. There it is. And it lands top here of Gap and flushes them into an awkward line.
How cool.
Yeah.
That is really nifty. In terms of just solving that eternal problem of how do we safely swing as a unit into that very common and very potent angle. Like, you can see Lehman wants to take the fight. He's not going to let them have this ramp for free. Oh, they get the info on the jiggle. Refresh doesn't miss these. Certainly not with Tessus in support.
Down's coming B, not checking this one. Time's a problem now.
Perfect. Fiku has made it interesting.
The double up.
Oh, Fiku saves them. That nearly went absolutely terribly wrong. Absolutely terribly. And Cadian is dead in, what do you reckon, 3?
2.
He could still kill him.
He kills it now.
Bang! Oh no! It's happening. It's happening. It's happening.
Fiku's good in the clutch though, Alex.
Oh, Cadian knows Fiku could be a sitting duck. It's all about timing here. Loudly heading towards the stairs, Fiku. No utility, no kit. It's just as quick as this. What a horrible way to concede. You're just walking into Cadian's angle, and it's as easy as that. 15 for Heroic. And it really did look like they'd done enough there for Ego.
Yeah, I think Fiku is very fortunate. He got that kill and didn't get the double up against him right there. That would have been the round in itself. So handled there. Heroic got chaotic for a moment. Time a bit of a problem, but this was, what, 7 seconds on the clock as Cadian's able to track down that kill on the B site. If the individual at default was able to stay alive longer for like maybe, here you go, 7, 6. If this kill didn't come in then, there was no time to plant. So a bit unfortunate there for Furlan, but likely to find a round of play and over towards B.
Fiku. Good for the first. On the fly underhand, and he's actually caught another nice pairing of frags. Ooh, Cadian nearly losing his life on that spray as well. So this hard commit from Heroic, the extinguish implies there's 2 there. We should just see this one peter out. The worst thing we would be seeing here in terms of like longevity of the series, seeing Ego be competitive in map 2. I mean, they can't go losing something like this, even though the weapons aren't ideal.
This is really good by Heroic. We've seen this do a couple of times, and it's only really possible when you're winning by a large margin to have residual nades, right? So you can carry 4 with you, but you can always leave an extra flash or the HE at spawn and come back and pick it up whenever you'd like. So they've picked up a bit of that residual utility. A full belt for Cadian, the same for Stown. And they can still try and work this round together. So Stown with a bit of mid control right now. Nice flash here being lined up from Shush to push Ultimate back off the line. Milky's in no man's land though, so this position that Milky's in, if they do swing into it, I like it. It's actually one of my favorites. It's not a common clear. It's a very odd position to find yourself in.
Yeah, very elevated, but the flash could not have been better from Stown. He geeks it. Milky thought he'd found something smart there, but it does lead to his, or rather, a 2v4.
I think it's a save. Cadian's still in spawn. He literally is just on these stairs, whacked up, looking for a bit of an A push.
If Stown had found that gotten away, he'd have been more interested in play.
Oh, this is one back for Ego, so they do get to 5, but yeah, you're right. I think this will be a short-lived game. Don't want to... Ooh, step not too far. Any more damage that starts to be sustained here are real issues. Fiku basically silenced this in the immediate, 10, 15 seconds of the round as they tried to rush beat. So they'll hold on to 2 AKs and a FAMAS. They can drop a couple of guns across to make this buy back in play, but Heroic have enough for a purchase of their own. Good stuff from Fiku here. I'd say he's been the most impressive consistently for Ego. I think we've seen good nuggets out of all the individuals on Ego. Yeah, that flash just landed, didn't it? Just. You can see there it hit the clip of the wall at the top there. Okay, is it more of the same, or do you just go for the default spread to close this one down, Heroic? Looks like the latter.
One-way dropped. Ultimate just going to crouch underneath it and try and punish anyone that does dare attempt scaff. Fiku again, consistent for Ego. This time is Shush taken down very early into the proceedings. They have got Milky tucked in. Now this is beautiful. You get the re-smoke. Ultimate. Oh, it's a flash. I couldn't find his name on my screen because he's...
called Cyclone.
Nice from Milky. And there it is, a nice find to at least secure 2-man advantage. And they are actually clearing middle again, just as Stown looks to regroup with Refresh.
Noisy from Stown as well, right? So if they want to keep pushing here, the sound cues likely give away the fact that nobody's in Roost right now. Scope going to be heard. Drop down the ladder, smooth from Furlan. Does he get the 2, you think?
I reckon he just double taps the first and Refresh disappears.
Okay, well, good round from Ultimate there. They've stalled this one out. They get the AWP in the hands of Furlan. He's going to drop that to Ultimate for sure. And a good round from Ego. So they need to definitely consolidate this next round of play. It should be the economical coming through. And there's Fiku again over towards B. So starting to give Shush a taste of his own medicine. Milky with a good shot as well. And this eco from Heroic, as long as Ego don't give up too many kills, we can... I don't want to start having a conversation about a comeback just yet, but this is a mandatory round, right? Even if they lose this game, you don't want to see them lose to a round like this.
Can I ask you a newbie question?
Sure.
Why are some of the guns invisible now?
So this is an issue that has been caused by Valve adding the cool feature that we can see the player's crosshairs. So when the donated guns come through, we have 2 issues. One is which the crosshair disappears, and the other is when we do the third-person shots like that the gun is invisible.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell everybody that a lot of people have told Valve about this. It's not like they don't know. I just assume that they don't know how to fix it.
It's spaghetti code. When your game's been out this long, it's spaghetti code. You know, the reason that gun gun drop and crosshair player viewing has affected the fact that you can't see the player holding the weapon is just, you know, that's embodiment of spaghetti code and spaghetti brains for Furlan. Spilling all out of his pockets.
Yeah, like Rush and I had Rush make I know Rush has emailed them. I had Rush make me a video so that I could send it to them.
But Rush wrote an email, I'd love to see it. Does he say, dearest Volvo?
You don't want to call him Volvo.
No?
No, like they do have fun and games.
Dearest Val from Bellevue.
Yeah, maybe that'd be a nicer way to go. Lord Gabe, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty. Writing to you to humbly request some headshots. Sleeman gets them. 7. And in the wise words of Ego stands around the world, 15 is all Heroic will get.
Maybe I should send another email and explain the importance of what it changes from the viewer perspective, because I know for movie makers, it's an issue. I know for us...
Oh, does it stick around in the demo as well?
Yeah, I know when we're doing the contextual stuff here, we can see it, and obviously for you guys at home, with the dropped guns, the crosshair, sometimes not there. So maybe if I make a little bit more of a list, then we can see if we can get a response out of them. But I'm sure that they know about it. Oh, here we go, creeping through. This time not going to go down to Fiku early, and that's the difference maker when they've been going for B lobby. Can do boost on either side here.
This is going to feel so different.
This is so quick.
Yeah, this is going to scare the hell out of Furlan. He has not got anything close to what Heroic were putting down on the stairs, and all Shush has to do is walk in and say, this is mine now. Util dump, plenty more where that came from, because his team have got the space pretty much scot-free, and yeah, I feel like we might be saying goodbye to Ego's Vertigo. Committed to the spray, not quite enough. Nice on the rotate from Stown as well, and just like that, stylish finish. 16-7. Bit of a thrashing, bit of a drubbing. We will see the boys fall. Ego with 7 to boast, and that was on their pick. Heroic's pick is next, but first, we're going to take a break and hear exactly what the guys at the analyst desk.
What the hell? Follow the brown bear? Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or, you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
pros? Sometimes in CS you just want to get aggressive and take the fight straight to the enemy. I'll use this mid push from Astralis to demonstrate a reasonably good approach to get up in the faces of your foes on Inferno. It really helps if you're keeping track of the T's economy, as doing this against a fully bought T side will have varying results. This strategy requires 3 Future Pros, 2 HEs and an AWP. Future Pro number 1. You'll be the player who pushes deep into mid. As you make your way to mid, get your HE out and lob it down mid. This makes sure that if anyone does face you, then they will already have taken some damage. Make sure to push along the right side of the wall so you don't get killed by a T holding steps. Tuck yourself into this corner and listen for any noise or calls from your teammates. When Future Pro 3 has made some kind of contact towards T steps, this is your cue to peek out and hopefully get a free kill. After this contact, keep your head on a swivel, as multiple Ts could be about to flood out ult mid or T steps. Future Pro number 2. You will mostly be holding ult mid, but first throw this HE just as Future Pro 1 does. Once you have thrown your HE, it is possible for Ts to be close to you already from ult mid, so be ready for a fight. You can cycle between holding mid and ult mid depending on how the Ts are pushing. Be confident in your aim and quickly process any information you receive. Future Pro number 3, you'll be holding T steps from the top of mid with an AWP. Your role is to relay information to your team and act as support so your fellow Future Pros can't be singled out. And that's it. Going aggressive as CT is always a risk, but if you and your lads are feeling dominant, this can be a great way to control the flow of a match. It could completely fail as well, and if it does, I don't want to hear anything in the comments. Get some DM in instead and keep improving.
Name 3 CS coaches.
Amiran, Remy, and Amy.
Who?
Amy.
Who's Amy?
Amy guy. Serban.
He was a player.
Really?
He was a player in FPX.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a coach, no?
At some point, yeah, but the last role he had was a player.
It's okay, but there were so many coaches you could have said.
What was the first one?
Amiran. The coach passing level junior.
Okay.
Amy, bro.
It's okay.
Name 3 things you throw on CS. Go.
Grenades, rounds, maps.
That was good.
Name 3 people that you are smarter than.
Alex, Crims, and Keita.
I can see that one coming.
Name 3 players who've transferred teams in the last year.
Transferred? Dupree, Magisk, and Monacy.
Name 3 terrible video games.
Valorant, Elden Ring,
Fortnite,
and Fortnite. Elden Ring, I said. What is Elden Ring?
New game, bro. Everyone loves it.
Name Name 3 things people shout on TeamSpeak.
Can't say that. I've got nothing. Not safe for work. I don't know.
Offline and online. G2, Gambit, Navi. They were all wrong.
Name 3 things who are better online than offline.
Gambit, Heroic, LFO.
Nice. Very nice.
Alex, name 3 websites you visit often.
HLTV, Twitter, Facebook. There are other social media platforms that are available.
Name 3 items of utility.
Smoke, flash, HE.
3 thing counter hits. Cuke, the... Fuck. I got lost. How do you say opposite of cucumber, the other thing? Pickles. Like pickles, mushrooms. Losing violence.
Hey Future Pros, welcome back to Overpass. Today we have a quick little pop flash for you to learn. It is a CT flash for inside connector. To do the flash, drop into this corner. Aim at the intersection of these lines. Then underhand throw the flash. This should give you an easy kill to anyone creeping up connector.
Hey guys, NIP here. We're gonna have to play a fun game where we have to guess whether or not the name that we say is a band or a CSGO team. Yeah. It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna start with this one here.
Yeah.
These nuts.
These nuts.
Is that a band or a CSGO team?
This is a really tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with a CSGO team.
That's completely wrong.
Really?
That's a band.
That's a band.
Yep.
These nuts.
Yeah.
They're for sure gamers though. That's oh, that's tricky.
Fox Academy.
Fox Academy. I mean, that gotta be a CSGO team, no?
Did you find out?
I don't know any other brand that's called Academy, so yeah, I'm gonna go with CSGO.
Well, there was a band. I straight throw you a shady one.
Nothing but thieves.
This is what team?
100 thieves.
No, nothing but thieves.
This is bad.
Really?
Nothing, yeah.
You know this one?
No, of course. Nothing but thieves.
No, bro.
No, bro.
Yeah.
No, bro.
No, bro.
No, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know about that, bro. A band called No, Bro.
No, bro.
Why would you choose that? That's more like a joke name for an open qualifier. Yeah, I'm gonna say CSGO.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have said the same, but it's actually a band.
Oh my god, dude. Why, dude? Oh, I'm gonna start this amazing band. Let's think about a name.
No, bro.
No, bro.
Yeah.
Let's take that, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
You know, double pony.
Really?
Yes.
It's a good team. It's a good team.
Yeah. It's the famous one we played against.
Dark Tigers.
Dark Tigers, that's Czech team.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. So that is true. I knew that's the only team that I knew actually as well.
Yeah, that's a.
But yeah,
it's
it is.
team.
Okay, it is. That was the easy one. I wanted to give you some confidence here.
Lincoln Vikings.
Really? For reals?
Yeah.
You guys gonna have to do better.
Yeah, we have to fight against them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna say bad. I'm just kidding.
Let me do another one.
CSGO team.
Lemon Dogs.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that one there? Oh, okay. CSGO team.
Yeah.
X twice.
Okay, guys. So we just finished this game. It was pretty enjoyable, I would say. I have no idea where these names came from, but it has been very fun.
Hello and welcome back, and I'm going to go over the key tendencies and strategies that can be found when preparing against FaZe's Overpass. Starting off on the T side, we first want to look at the key positions and who plays them. We should be looking out for Ross to be the outside B player, Rain to be holding inside a connector, and Twist as the A playground player. Now, the first thing to watch out for is Brokey's Molotov or smoke inside a connector, and that's because it signals a B-sided default. Rain never throws a Molotov or smoke in this way when he's defaulting connector, so just this detail alone will let the CTs know if FaZe are picking.
They haven't had a lot of time with these silenced M4s in their hands, and now they're going to have to wait another 15 rounds before they can do that again. So if they have a gimmicky pistol out the gate, they can find the conversion, they can get that eco under their belt quite cleanly, then we can start having a conversation that they've got a counter here for this heroic CT side of play. And the plan, it might make sense, but Ago, we need to see it, and we need to see it now. This has been a learning experience for everybody, and maybe we can learn something here today as well.
So we watched heroic play EG on this map. If I'm not mistaken, just yesterday. And we just, in terms of lessons learned, Heroic striking us as a team that are more than willing to take those gambles. You know, Yanko was talking about it on the desk. It is just part of their identity. You are going to see some real fruity CT setups once those guns are in their hands. They will take that space. They will keep you guessing. And Ago have already demonstrated that they can get lost at times. I'm seeing two very heavy investments into utility. Take a look at that, $700 spent by Fiku and Furlan. He's actually thrown some of that utility over to Furlan to enable one man to be the majority of this util. Where's that going, Chad? You got Molotov, you got a full kit for an outside smoke. Furlan's throwing it out early.
They like to do a bit of misdirection here, so they'll probably establish themselves, and then Fiku, I was going to say, might want to throw this one towards top heart, but that's back of the site here. So I think this is all of a ruse. They're coming in through main quite quickly here. Stoun's heard all this.
Yeah, gets the info and immediate flank, and look how quick they come. Good react out of Ultimate.
Everyone's dead. Well, yesterday their pistol round for Ago against Astralis ended up with them jumping around yard, right? And they kind of got lost out in that position. This time, it's been similar pathing, but in through main towards the top side. So I don't hate the idea here. The molly, I think the molly's misthrown. It's not meant to land on top of the bomb box. It's meant to land behind it to push Refresh into a wider angle. So that might be just a bit of a boo-boo in terms of the execution of that one for Ago, but this is not starting well whatsoever. Now, when they did play against Astralis, they only managed, I think it was 8 rounds on the CT side, right? Which is, you're against Astralis, but then I continue that thought, and I'm like, oh, well, Heroic are Danish, and they're pretty good at nuke as well. So maybe that has factored into this T-side choice too, but timing from Cadian. Oh, the best.
He's let that slip.
He missed the bus.
He did. And now he's chasing after it into the very next round. Down doesn't finish off anything that was started. And now with the whole squad down, this is the dream.
The alligator.
Yeah, very scary. That was the reason I said, oh no, when I looked at the buy. And Refresh has even controlled their overcommitment, so they can't leave. He's making that very clear, though.
Refresh has made so many steps here. Is he trying to lull them back in? Fiku is the problem right now. He's coming out late as this linchpin. If he's able to find something, he can alleviate some pressure, but only
how dynamic they are, Chad. He's already disappeared. Like, Refresh was aware there's a timer for that return of Fiku.
You'd be wanting to push it with the shotgun if you're Shush as well, right? You got this in your hand. You want to munch away. Let's see how many you get.
It's just that sound.
7 shells, right? Oh, he gets nothing.
Well, Tess just gets some very squishy teas to spray on down, and yeah, he can sit deep in the site now as time getting a bit set.
This is a kill. Refresh is not considering this.
Booked, yeah. I would
knife
love
him.
a knife kill.
Knife him.
The cash.
They can win this round now.
And die to Stown. Up tucked in the vent, swinging out, and the multi-kill comes his way. Bomb delivered. I guess Ultimate's objective has changed.
They didn't need to rush that, though. They knew where... As soon as Stown gets the kill, they know that one player's lower and one player's upper. So they could have isolated a fight towards the lower bomb site together, right? So I think they just rushed the decision-making. Someone called up vent to top, let's go. And that's come back to bite them in the ass. But getting the knife kill is a good bit of fun right there. And we'll see them go down to what should be just another light pistol upgrade round. But yeah, Shush is going to feel hard done by that. The alligator didn't profit him any kills right there.
Yeah, I thought Refresh is also going to feel a bit hard done by. Like, you had main, bro. You said you had main. He does win the round off the back of it, but a little bit of a master bait. Let's get back into it, round 3.
Yeah, no fun guns being brought out this time, just that SMG for Refresh again to roll on through, but everybody else with the M4s. So keeping players alive, name of the game, and Heroic were very keen to get stuck in with different fights. The desk highlighted on Vertigo where they did the mid push on the first gun round, right? I expect to see similar scenes here on Nuke, taking those fights, dictating the pace, really just making Ago feel that pain. Now, spam through the smoke, not landing anything just yet. Milky has been chipped on down early to about 10 points of health.
Stown loves this angle on Unbreakable. Especially when you're up against the lighter buy, you're going to get info. at the bare minimum. Very hard deagle
Flash.
shot to hit.
Oh, not going to peek off it.
And you can see the setup. Oh, what are you cooking up? Oh, he's just got it so ironed out. Nothing they can do. Scadian takes 3 on the spray. Furland with a Glock, the last to fall. And no one going down from Heroic, so they are going to build a lovely stack of cash. Scrooge McDuck taking a little dive into round 4.
One of the issues yesterday for Ego against Astralis was the fact that on the CT side, as we mentioned, they were able to get 8 rounds, but on the T side, they were only able to pick up 1. So this is an opportunity for them to do better than that. And obviously, we're setting the bar very low. They lost the pistol. They lost the conversions. They only able to squeeze 1 round, 5 rounds into that second half. So this is where we need to see a little bit more. Now, Ultimate does have his AWP. A little bit harder to activate here, especially if the CTs stay tuck-tailed. Smokes have landed.
Have they?
There's a gap here, but...
On the fly.
They can just underarm this one and go. Oh, 2 up through Secret. I guess don't worry about Secret. Everyone's just going to die here, aren't they?
Yeah, they look really, really lost. Great one, but they're not going to assume a seconds here. There's no way you're assuming a seconds here. It's the easiest of the doubles, and Heroic are schooling these boys now.
Yep.
Like, absolutely taking them to class, sitting them down, putting a pen in their hand, and teaching them a thing or two.
This is one of the problems, right? If you're going up against a team who's doing something a little bit different, always outside of the box. Remember what was happening yesterday? Config was like pushing Lobby up the ladder behind them and everything. Right? It means that you can't just run standard rounds, which is why if Ego want to go for something a bit quicker and a bit more direct, then you just have to be aware when you're doing that. Even if you kill the yard guy, or maybe you do a fast top and you get the entry onto the main player, there's still going to be so many more players to find. Fiku up over. Was noisy on that jump. Nice shot. Great on the second, Fiku.
Wow, what a way to dig himself out of trouble. Can he possibly find the clutch? He has no idea where Cadian is, but it's a safe assumption he's probably pretty close. He's worried about Secret. Bomb picked up. He's going to walk straight through. Oh, and that's it.
Great aim, though.
Really good aim. Fiku constantly gives us little glimmers of hope, and even converting some of those rounds earlier on in the tournament. There he is on your screen now. Good stuff from Fiku, just doesn't manage to pull it across the line. But the way this started, I mean, like, as you were saying, it's just exploiting your expectations. Like, you've played a lot of competitive Counter-Strike, and when you kill Secret, you don't expect a second immediately. Not that quick. It's not like they had the information to send to Secret immediately. That was just a call made by Heroic off spawn.
But I love it because this is where you know that Cadian, like when we think of in-game leaders, we mainly think of T side and calling out the mid rounds. This is where Cadian does that work on the CT side too. He's saying, all right, boys, let's do this. We're going to do this push. We're going to react like this. And he's going to just spam a USP and grab one through the smoke, right? And I love that because the CT side, it can be a lot of fun to play, right? You watch Gambit, they're pretty default heavy on T and CT sides, and they do it by the book. They'll wait at the utility. They'll be risk averse. But Heroic, they'll take a lot of risks. And when it pays off, it looks bloody genius. Now, another 4v5 number advantage here early. This time, no opportunities for trades back. The natives down perfect. Bonk.
Bonk. Bing. Bang.
It's onomatopoeia for everybody.
It is onomatopoeia. Bonk is definitely feels like an onomatopoeic one. Bonk. Kind of hear it, feel it. Little metal bat. Bonk.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. In softball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just hit it. Bonk. What else have we got? I'd argue that...
Oh, woof is onomatopoeia.
Woof?
Yeah.
Like a dog's bark?
Yeah.
Woof. Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah. I watched a video of a dog with the most articulate woof. It really sounded like he was hitting the W.
Really?
Yeah, I'll show you after.
Good pronunciation.
Like a husky with great pronunciation. What about smash? No, not really. Crack? Crack. Gets himself an AWP for a moment.
What about oops?
Arguable.
Yeah. Yeah, where would it even fit in?
Yeah. What sound does an oops
No,
make?
I don't think oops is.
No.
If you're an English teacher out there...
Why don't we just open up our chat? Because I don't even know how many people have been educated on onomatopoeias. You know, we might have a
Well, if they haven't been, they should be.
Well, they probably are on that. They're up to speed now, right? It makes sense. If it sounds... If the word itself was saying it sounds like an embodiment of what it represents.
The definition. The definition, right.
Like, for example, the one I remember from school, year 6, was Zoom. We had it on the wall.
Zoom, yeah.
They added extra O's and made it look like a car.
Yep.
Zoom Because it sounds like it is.
This is the official definition.
Yeah.
The formation of a word from a sound associated with what is named.
Yeah, so okay.
E.g. cuckoo or sizzle.
Sizzle. Because it kind of sizzles, the word itself sizzles.
Indeed.
Wow, sorry if you've just joined us, I know we're weird. But so are Heroic, as they really are going to build up this wall.
Yeah, Cadian says you shall not pass. He's down towards the back vent there with the AWP, so a great line to take a shot and dip on back if required here. Continuing to smoke off Squeaky, that's one avenue of aggression that has been denied for Ago, as they still have a bunch of utility left on over. 2 smokes, a bunch of mollies and flashbangs if they want to go for a top hit. They can molly top heart, you can get the molly towards the back of the bomb box, which was a miss last time round, and smoke off main, away you go. And as they sit, they posture, they wait, they will have to deal with 2 players towards top. Shush and Refresh. Down, Cadian both removed from the pack, and Tessa is playing ramp right now. So Lehman, let me just line something up here.
That's a little tutorial, will you, Lehman?
That's a top heart one, and Ultimate is lining up the back sight one from the simple position. Well-timed smoke there from Cadian. They're going to have to push through this, I think, Alex.
He wants the vent highlight, and this is so mean. The T-side pick, though, Chad.
Not working great early, right? It hasn't gone swimmingly.
It hasn't gone terrifically.
Actually, it's not going at all right now.
Here we go.
Consolation kill there for Ultimate. Just Lehman up on the silo. You know what the Americans would call it for a while? They call it Twinkie.
Twinkie.
Because I think that the Twinkies are yellow, and in Source, it used to be yellow. I'm reminiscing a bit about Source at the moment. It's crazy how many different versions of these maps I've played. And I know that I'm a boomer. I get it, everybody. But I have played so many different variations of these maps through the last 16 years of my life. It is actually absurd.
The old secret entrance, which was like on the other side of Warehouse.
Yes, you have to cross the gauntlet.
That must have changed the...
Oh, yeah. The entire map.
That must have been so weird.
It was so CT-sided before. 12-3 or 13-2 halves. That was par for the course. Yeah. Right? I get people now complaining about CT-sided metas, and the scoreline is 9-6 at a lot of them. I'm like, geez, you guys have absolutely no idea what you were talking about. Train used to be the same as well. And then there was like back in 1.6, I think it was the Golden 5 boys who ended up like being able to break that. And then they had like they had the really good set util coming out main, flying off ladders. Actually, to be fair, they had Neo.
Yeah.
Neo in 1.6 was a god. Like that is not hyperbole. He was an absolute monster in 1.6.
I love that Neo comes to the forefront of your mind when you mentioned ladders.
His movement.
Yeah, his movement. Ooh. Like Neo on train, I've watched the highlights. My goodness, so worth the trip. And Lehman's given us an opening pick.
All right, that's a change. Come on, Lehman.
Knife out, up, down, round. Just as the wall of smokes was blooming, it got scary for a second, and it seems like Ago are just kind of tripping over their shoelaces at this point.
They need your chant, Alex.
Yeah. Hey, go. Let's go.
Oh, sorry. There was another verse?
There's 2 verses. Okay. I developed it today, actually.
Okay, well, the first verse got him a kill.
Give
us the second verse.
The second verse is, let's go. Hey, go.
Okay, I like it.
Oh, it's got variation.
Yeah, I like it.
Everyone sings along. I'm going to start it in Cano next year.
If they're there.
When they're there.
When they're there.
Oh, it's a when, not an if.
Oh, there's a but in this round.
Is it a big one?
Cannot lie.
Biku's been spotted. Refresh gets the info on the cross back, and yeah, this could very well go wrong, but Furlan decides he wants the round. He's got Decon to be responsible of. The Orb not too threatening.
Done it!
And they have indeed. The chant, Chad,
it works. The powers.
Through the caster curse, we've got the chanting curse. We can encourage and entice rounds out of Ago.
I'm sure they heard it 2 floors below us. They could feel it.
Yeah.
They knew that there was someone there waiting in the wings ready to G him up. G him up. Yeah, sometimes...
Let's go, Ago.
That one's a moving machinery.
We've done that one.
Risk of trapped hands. Yeah, those signs always scared me a little bit. Now, the money not great for everybody over there. Just one man. Shush is light on. He can get a drop. Nice shot from Fiku. If we're going to put a star label on anybody in Ago, I think it has to be Fiku. And Furlan with his first 2 mandatory kills to get them across the board. 6-1. Back underway we go. And another round consecutive from Ago could break the bank of the Danes. Lining up some smoke walls this time. I think that round started with an opener and then Cadian getting 2 back. So fell apart quickly for Heroic. Ramp crawl, Cadian's AWP. Gaps in the smoke here. That's been highlighted a couple times. Flashes top, all a fake. Refresh still standing, and here comes Tessa. It's not ready for this, but Ultimate swings into it.
Yeah, this is still hot water for Ago if Cadian doesn't choose to back up. At any point on his own time, he can choose to re-aggress into lobby. Milky parked on red. Look, could be an NF finish. Down looking for answers out yard, and Heroic may not spot a thing upon Stown's clear.
So it would be a 2v4 on top side if they were to initiate this. Again, Stown and Cadian removed from the pack.
But the Heroic multi-kills, they just seem to be becoming way too easy in this game. Like, if you can just get a trade now, and they have, if you can find Shush as well, you're set for the round.
To be here.
This is the multi-kill I'm scared of, and it comes through from Shush. Now Cadian, info and flanking. Milky has taken down that defender, but where's Cadian? They're looking heaven. No, not another one of these.
He's not going to clear his vent because of the sound cue. Cadian's dead. Dead to right. See you later. Baited on in by the pickup of the bomb right there, and they'll get their second consecutive. Money broken for Heroic, and great stuff from Ago.
It happens to the pros too. You hear one of the two, and your brain just cannot fathom that there could be one close on your corners. There are a couple of exceptions to that. You know, for example, the new generation who are getting there, clearing every corner just through that unconscious muscle memory.
Yeah, this one here, right, the difference maker from last time when they tried the top pop is Cadian was in the vent and smoked off Squeaky as they were executing. This time it was just the fight from Refresh in the open. So one and done, but a very good round. And look at this buy. They've dropped down fours. Cadian and Refresh with one apiece. Ultimate's taken down Stown and fell in the vent with a knife in his hand. All right, this is audacious.
Hello, good to see Ago stringing together potentially 3.
And this is a huge one because this is a force buy from Heroic. I thought they were going to go for a save. They fully invested everything here.
Yeah, and never mind that, with the opening pick and Furlan already down the vents, like they've got so many pieces. They could even flank Cadian if Furlan wanted to activate, but they're just, oh no, why does it feel like they're going to run in and the molly to peek over? They're not going to be looking. The multi-kill. Cadian, he unloads his mag and 3 bodies drop. That's the only M4 that's close to the fight. Furlan late. Fiku from the other side. They can try and recover this, but
you're not accounting for Tessus here.
That's the threat.
If they wait for Furlan, Furlan should get Cadian for free and might see Tessus as well. There it is. He does see him.
Fiku's responsibility. Nice from Furlan. It's out main though. Refresh. No idea. Why did he look that way, actually? Yeah, he knows Fiku was yard. Worked it out. His teammates have told him. And info. Fiku is a threat. Hits the first couple of bullets, and here comes the silo flank. Down, secret, spotted.
Thing is for sure, she has the swag 7, so had to operate with the USP there. So it would have been difficult regardless here. Fiku, time for this. 30 seconds now.
Oh, lovely from Refresh. Just chooses to take the fight, not letting him set up for a plant. But a close one, but Ago, yeah, these multi-kills, if they weren't losing so many bodies on every single these one-man engagements, there's a great one from Cadian. No one looking because that flames are down, you know, it's just one of those another one of those heroic cheeky maneuvers.
Yeah, that was well done though by Cadian. That's a round-winning maneuver. And Furlan has done a lot here to try and bring this one back. You can see Tessus there just caught off guard by that play as well. And they can buy back in here, Ago. Ultimate's going to get his AWP. Everybody else into the AKs. And the money's still a little bit brittle right now for Heroic. So if Ago can bounce back immediately, grab another, it'll be another hodgepodge buy from Heroic going forward. Smoke wall, this time round going to bloom and cover on off. A molly of the same, a flash, mind you, not a molly. Cadian not sure what he wanted to throw.
The right call to throw the flash first, now incendiary up, and Milky is through. Ultimate pre-aiming that, nice play. Not going to let that happen again.
Yeah, same trick twice in a row. You're going to pay off this time, Tessa, so trying his luck, and a very trying time for Heroic here. They have to batten down the hatches in a 4-on-5. They've foregone what looks like a lot of ramp control here to turn more attention towards yard. Nobody is dealing with that play right now. Refresh down the vent could and probably will. So this makes topside a little bit more susceptible here. I don't think Cadian spotted him here, so Milky with a lot of room.
Oh, great. Great find, Shush. Just constantly keeping tabs on so many different open avenues, and one by one they walk into the crosshairs. Ultimate was out yard, and now they've lost their potency in that prong.
Still nobody really top. It's just Stown to deal with this from main. So if they all walk out Heart, or 2 out Squeaky, 1 out Heart, it still could work here, especially with Stown not hitting the shot.
Perfect. Okay, now this has been punished. Heroic giving topside up with 1-man hold. Through Hut is Shush. Oh, back to turned. Leeman's dead. And the bomb's not planted. That's come way too easy. Fiku, another nasty clutch scenario. He's got Refresh swinging in from main, and great. But wall banged all the same. Fiku's quick. Shush, though, another 3-piece.
He might be one for the future, Fiku.
Yeah.
He truly might be one for the future. I really like what I'm seeing from him mechanically speaking. He seems to have a good head on the shoulders as well. This is Ultimate finding Tessus, trying that. Oh, there it is. Just a little glimpse right there. Good replay from our boy Max.
Cool. Yeah, Max is on it.
And now this is great because Shush gets the kill towards Lockers and then Cadian takes that spot. So if you're Ultimate, you're expecting to get a duel that might favor you and you just walk into Cadian's AWP. So that one is going to sting a bit. And Shush might be quickly becoming one of the most annoying players to have to go up against. You know, we have a couple of names in that mix. You have a Hampus in there, right? But Shush is just so annoying on all these lurks. See you later.
That's great. Stown's main and Refresh is bodyguarding nicely. Looks like even Tessus hasn't had any issues in ramp.
Just with a 5-7 as well. Not even doing it with a rifle.
Oh, they're taking the mickey. They are taking the piss. It's just Ultimate. Finishes it off, but one's already slipped his angle. And it's a quick react, but...
Well, the splits there.
Yeah, it is.
Bit of flexibility.
Just how close are you?
Haven't had that flexibility in years. Actually, I've probably never had that flexibility. My coccyx is still hurting from the fall off the skateboard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah, that's, guys, when you get old and you think you're going to try something fun and new, maybe just don't. Just
no, Chad, that's terrible messaging. That's terrible messaging. It's not, he doesn't mean it.
Just age out. Just age out.
No.
Never try anything new.
Absolutely the opposite. Perception is reality, Chad. If you believe you're old, you're going to feel old.
Yeah, I want to get back in the water, though, right? So Malta soon.
Have a dip.
Swimming. Nowhere to surf, but I can have a paddle.
Yeah, get a little paddle board.
You need good balance for that. The skateboarding has taught me anything, but I can't hurt myself as much, right? So,
unless there was some sort of like Maltese great white.
Or I drowned.
So as you can tell, Chad's in a really good, positive frame of mind, everyone. The pain.
I'm a strong swimmer. I'm not worried about that. All right, it's all good. All right, well, here we go. 9-2. Good afternoon to you. Stown, aggressive. They're being very...
Cuckoo. They are being mean.
Being so mean.
Yeah, and it's just the...
Schoolyard bullies right now. Heroic.
I swear, how frustrating is it when you're playing and constantly being shot in the back?
Just always push, never respected.
Yeah, and you just don't get to play. Like, you're sitting there talking about the round, and then you end up interrupting the conversation with...
One push ramp.
Push ramp. Yeah, it's 2 yard this time.
Then you're trying to mid-round. You don't know what space you do and don't have. You got 2 boys hanging out on an aircon vent, though. This is a bit from Ocean's 12, I believe. That's... I can't even think of the actors' names. Brad Pitt and the other guy, Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Jason Bourne, though.
Jason Bourne. He could be used right now as special agent required for AGO. Yard clear. Stown. Alerts the troops. Nothing here. Top site you should fear.
We're here. We're queer. We're coming to the top side. Lehman throwing in a nade or two.
Vent drop smoke.
It would be cool. It's actually Ultimate that's trying his luck. And, oh, Refresh is hitting. Oh, God,
Look at all
2 of them.
Damage.
2 of them, and then it just falls apart. Nice find. It's still a 2v2. But they're not going to be able to get the plant. It's so brutal. You can see, like, Ultimate... He's in a horrible scenario now with 8 seconds left. They're dancing with him on the ladder, distracting him with one sound cube and punishing him with the other. At least it wasn't after time. But it is 10 for Heroic. And I think, yeah, the sentiment...
They're having fun. They're smiling. They're having a good time. At least one of the teams in the server right now is. Ah, dear. It does suck to see it go down this way for AGO because they've been promising each and every day. And now this is one of the... Well, I think this would be the toughest opponent based on the whole Na'Vi factor. With the stand-in of Headtrick. Now, Headtrick did tweet and say that Boomich is back today. So, Glaive yesterday said it. Headtrick, the player who has been standing in for Boomich, said it. I think, at this point, it might even be happening.
Are you telling me Boomich is back.
Lord Boomich in the building. Now, is Lord Boomich like a lord from the olden days, or is he a lord like a religious man?
Oh, no, he's from the olden days.
The olden days.
Yeah, lord. It means he has some land somewhere.
Okay.
You know you can actually buy a lordship. They just sell you like 1 square meter.
Oh. A shot. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could put Lord Birchall on all of your forms.
That'd be nice.
Would you be a lord?
No.
Fiku.
Too many targets.
Too much.
Just too many targets.
Way
Look at the
too
damage.
much on his plate. Looking for these no scopes. Yeah, Milky could have a real highlight. He won't.
Oh, Lehman has the AK.
Cyclone. Gonna give it everything he's got. Alongside with the ride is Lehman. Oh, another slip the net.
Low HP though on top heart now. There's a chance.
Grounds for this.
This is a kill. This is a kill. Oh. They can win this round. This could be the third right here from Ago. 2v2.
Smoke down. Heaven is the fight, and already Lehman's been humbled. They're so low on Heaven. Stown has to respect it, and the bomb now planted, so good stuff. Ultimate's going to have to do a lot with their Stown coming around the world.
The no one was main and the no Stown was Heaven, so this is a really good play from him. Tassus was baiting with the bullets. Now Tassus is coming through the Heaven position. Stown needs to activate first. It feels like Stown could show some leg, but... Are they even going for this? Might be too late now. Yeah, getting a bit tricky with it. Ultimate sealed the deal right there. Tassus won't have time to defuse. You can see the frustration on the spam, and that's going to be the third round for Ago right now. So really good stuff to pull this one out. That's what happens if you're heroic and you keep on pushing, you keep on picking. You will eventually get punished, and they do. Now, and their money's not great, right? They have actually been sustaining a lot of deaths throughout these rounds. The last 4 rounds that they won consecutively, 2 players alive was the most they had to boast. And because of these fun and games that they've been having, they now find themselves in a position with another 4-spy. And that means that if Ago win this one, it's going to be a 4-spy into the final round of play with only 1900. So a real opportunity for a 10-5 here.
You take a 10-5. They'll bite your hand off for a 10-5, considering how this one started. We've had runs from heroic 6-0. 10-2.
It's already much better than what they did against Astralis by 1 T-side round. They've already gotten 3, and if they can get that 5, it's going to be fantastic. They need this.
Oh, wow. How does Refresh's 5-7 look like a rifle? Lehman's up. That's the rifle from Stown, though, and it needs more. They have to clear Shush. They cannot be allowed to get another. He nearly gets 2. It's Ultimate and Fiku, though. They can and will make this competitive. And as I say that, Refresh flies up the ladder. They're not giving him a moment's respite.
Oh.
A second up the ladder. Fiku was not ready, and who would be? 2 flying up the ladder. The Refresh 5-7. It's all just a bit unfair.
Yep, okay. Well, crisis averted there as far as Heroic's bank goes. 11 now secured. A buy will be possible here from Ago, and it has to be. It's the final round of play in this first half. Galil's likely to supplement where AKs can't be bought. And this is, yeah, just so annoying. Just up the vent, a second player. There's no way, as you're mentioning, that this is considered. And Tessus is just being naughty. He's done that to them twice. He was the player down towards Secret that acted, well, he was the one getting baited in. Here we go, fast.
Very fast, and Furlan's cut down through the utility and spray. And Tessus already fighting Trophy. They are just not letting Ago play at all. And they're just going to be so dynamic. You can see these dots moving around in the top left of your screen, just constantly repositioning, reshaping. And now, if you want to walk through main as it fades, you've got to walk through Cadian's Orb. Oh, the Refresher's caught the Huppler push as well, so this ends drearily, for lack of a better term. Ultimate doesn't even get to walk through or see his opponents before he does get cut down to 37. Nice adjustment. Only 4 more required. With 37 HP, and I reckon Stown probably has Smoko vision. Yep, spots him, eliminates him. 12-3. Heroic flying through this first series of the day. More Counter-Strike to come, including the second half of this one. Don't go too far.
is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9. Our second half of our second map of our first game today, with 3 rounds, 3 and a compulsory pistol ahead, Judd.
And Abhinav has tweeted and said, "Yo, Sponge, Machine, why does Heroic start on the CT side when they were the one who picked Nuke?" Well, my friend, it's because Ego decided to start on that T side, and it hasn't gone too well for them, has it?
Oh, you fool, Chad. This is all part of their Grandmaster plan. 1xBet don't know about it either. Refresh dumping util, and this could go to one of 2 ways. Lee-Man, you got a lot with that armored duel. He's on your plate. Molotov doesn't burn him, but they're just going to fly down this vent, and the entire squad has got the lower sight.
Well, that is quite easy, isn't it? Nobody's down here. Bomb will go down. They can scale up towards ramp. Milky, they're coming.
Gives me the shivers, Chad. Gives me the shivers. Oh, okay.
Shiver me timbers.
I'm sorry, I'm not play-by-playing this. It's just because they are so quickly into this round, it looks like Heroic have already won it.
Yeah, I'd say they have. A 3v5 retake on the B-bomb site. Bomb halfway gone. And another player dead. So we will call this 13 rounds as they continue to pepper away with the Glocks at range. Shush will find the final kill. Fiku with 1 on the way out the door, and the Julies will be picked on up. Now, that strat was perfect, right? They smoked Heaven, they smoked main, they mollied top heart so Lehman couldn't stop them from going down the vent. I think they flashed behind CT vent, and then they all just dipped on down the fireman pole.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, the molly specifically gives Lehman safety on the hut side. So he's sitting there, obviously thinks he's found himself a lovely nugget, but it means he has no vision on the 4-man descent vent. Well, it was a compulsory pistol. Now it's miserable. They're going to be rocking and rolling with what they can find. They've looked under the sofa cushions and come up with some sidearms. I did it again. Oh, punishment, a little damage from Fiku, but they're already down. Let's see the rotates now. They're just going to basically test the Ego rotates and
they're all dead.
From test to test S.
Yeah, I want to talk about that quick molly that was thrown there. That's different from the one in the previous round, right? At least maybe not in the nature of how it was thrown, but in when it was thrown. If you are doing a top rush, right, and you're throwing that fast molly, you all need to know this at home. If somebody says, how molly hut fast, let's do a rush, you need to know that that molly can't cover all of hut. The set molly can. the one that's fast, you fly up the T roof ladder, you have the windows broken, and you throw that bad boy up, and it's going to bank off the top of the windows and drop down on top of the hut. And it can spill and cover over towards Tetris too, but it's not going to get you all of the hut there. And, well, that's Force Buy done. This should be 15. Now, guys, if you want to get any more social media interaction, get it through now for Alex and I. Hashtag ESL Pro League. We are only casting one today. You've got Sedicus and Moses coming up next for the North American Derby. That'll be going down between Complexity and EG. And then the final game of the day, an absolute banger, Astralis taking on Na'Vi. That'll be a great game.
A lot of fun, especially upon Boomich joining the Na'Vi roster. Again, that's going to be fun to have the 4 rosters battling out.
And then tomorrow, I assume it'll be very likely that they cover off on Na'Vi versus Heroic, which should be another good game. And then we'll be back on Tuesday to commence the round of 12 for the playoffs. So,
get me there, please. Very excited to see that quality of competition.
See teams like Furious starting to head back now as well. So Gary with some stuff on his social media about returning. They only went home for all of, what, a week and a bit?
I was surprised they went.
Yeah.
But I suppose, you know, when you've got a long, big calendar year ahead of you, you take the home time you can get.
I assume if you qualify at the RMR, then you stay in Europe and boot camp for the major, which will only be like 2.5 weeks away. So you're probably here for the playoff week, the RMR week, then 2 more weeks in between, then the major, which can go for another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So they're going to be here for maybe 5 weeks straight. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. And I think it was the Brazilian version of Valentine's Day at the same time.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so. Is this the last round, Alex?
I'm afraid so, Chad. Here it comes.
Spin me a yarn.
I'll spin you a yarn. I'll even spin you a thick one. We have the smoke that once again has facilitated descent. No one's going just yet. Bomb could pop. Top bomb on Tessus. There's a couple of bits of chip damage have been found. A refresh is sweeping through for a late silo and yard clear. It's all about the angle on red here. Nothing to report. They return outside. So after all of that posturing, smoke count good for a wall of smoke. Shush, in fact, throwing his to someone else. They have ultimate here and a nice aggressive red position from Furlan. Maybe this is going to be that bad info. Well, they're well aware it's possible, though.
Yeah, they still think it's away. You can see the jiggles here.
Yeah. Oh, Furlan spots bomb and suddenly realizes that they were in the right place this whole time. Ultimate to punish. Oh! Refresh. Okay, he's decided this is the last round of play. Takes the out. And Furlan for good measure. That was quite the shot.
They could just go back to top now. They've still got smokes to make this available. That looks like it's going to land in front of the vent again. So if they want to drop on down, there's another top hut smoke coming their way. Might be the correct avenue.
Heroic are good, man. Very, very well drilled.
24 seconds, though, Alex.
The only way in which this does go wrong is the time. You're right. There's a 2-man advantage for them. Milky is going to be there to receive the potential full ramp.
15.
Is the bomb down? It is now. Cadian tagged up, but the bomb to be planted by Refresh. Oh, they can't get through him. Tessus has posted it, and Ago with a meager 3 to celebrate. Fiku has impressed us, definitely one for the future, as this individual consistently flips the script over the course of these 4 days of play.
Very noisy here, right? And look at Cadian. He hasn't just gone and played from ramp. He's actually going to come down the vent here to be the sleeper cell.
And that'll do nicely. Heroic sailing through their last series and looking good for it. We're going to be seeing them, of course, back tomorrow, but that's enough to secure it. Ago down, Ago out. We are too.
What the hell? Follow the brown bear? Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
Hey Future Pros! Sometimes in CS you just want to get aggressive and take the fight straight to the enemy. I'll use this mid push from Astralis to demonstrate a reasonably good approach to get up in the faces of your foes on Inferno. It really helps if you're keeping track of the T's economy, as doing this against a fully bought T side will have varying results. This strategy requires 3 Future Pros, 2 HEs and an AWP. Future Pro number 1.